Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another Unplugged live session. As you can see today, still on the road, and it seems that I'm not the only one still on the road. So our friend Sergio, it's on the road as well. I'm not sure if he will be able to join us tonight, but I'm waiting for Gabriel to join, and we'll start our Unplugged live very shortly. Trying to add Gabriel over here. And I think we have Gabriel. Good evening.
Hello, Lunel. Good evening.
Hi, how are you?
Okay, I'm good. I'm good. And you?
Well,
Well, I can see
yes.
you still on the road, right?
Yeah, well, I just stopped. Just stopped. I'm still half an hour away from home. And, hi, Sergio. How are you?
Hello.
Hi.
Oh,
Tired,
wonderful,
tired,
Sergio.
tired as hell, to be honest. But well, I want to just chime in with my 10 minutes over here. Hope you guys are doing well as well.
Well,
Yes. Well, yeah,
amazing.
as I was mentioning, I'm still on the road. I'm still half an hour away from home. It's a long day, but it was a great day. That's what we take as really the gratitude of people, the all of the good vibes, the good moments, the good laughs that we take. That's what drive us to do
Yeah.
these very long journeys. And I'm gonna throw the ball to you, so to start today's topic, and then I will catch up. Sergio, just to ask, I know that you just you were just on the road, and I was just commenting that as well. Do you want to start from your sides, and then we'll catch up?
Um, I don't know. Whoever got here first, I would say just pick it up
Okay.
because, well,
Well,
Lionel, you're still on the road.
Gabriel,
I actually,
Gabriel is well seated. Then, okay, he's more relaxed than us. So, Gabriel, pick it up
I'll
yeah.
for
be.
today.
Oh, okay, but just give me 30 seconds because I forgot my headphones. I'm just gonna grab the
Uh,
headphones, okay?
okay. Well, yeah,
Just say something about your beautiful job and your beautiful day. I'll be back
yeah.
in a
No,
minute,
you
okay?
know, you know what? Um, this is how
I'll be
people
back.
really understand the behind the scenes of every day of being a tour guide. Um, I'm still going back home. I need to clean the van for tomorrow. Tomorrow it's another day on tour. I still, of course, have some paperwork to be done tonight. Didn't have dinner yet, so and it's 9:30. And I'm half an hour away from home. And tomorrow 6 a.m. I'm up again to go on tour. So if this isn't passion, what is it then? Okay, so we really commit into this. And
Yes.
I
Yeah.
do feel that sometimes people don't know what's the behind the scenes. So today we have the best example for it.
yeah.
Well, that's why we run this podcast too, because we want to make people
Hmm.
to understand better what is going on here. Because of course Portugal is also about local professionals like us, tour guides, travel agent. Oh, so many people who are involved in this beautiful industry, tourism. But
Hmm.
yes, like you said, we are tired many times. I feel tired. I mean, I'm at home, but I'm also tired. I'm in the middle of the long storm too, many tours in a row. But hey, we love this, and the more we work, the more people we meet, the more we also get to know all these informations and misinformations, misconceptions, errors. I mean, and this is what we're going to talk a bit today. It's just a small chat because we keep seeing and we keep listening directly from our guests things that for us, for us, I mean, pay attention. Pay attention because, of course, we don't want to downsize what other people they advise or something because we know people they try their best to give advices, tips, suggestions, but as a professionals, we think differently. We really have a open, not an open mind, but the spectrum. What we see is way more than ordinary people they see it because we are on the field. We feel the pain, we feel the happiness of people, we feel the frustrations. We understand when people they are um, happy over the expectations or they are just feeling like, oh, this is not exactly what I expected. And many times we all, because we have here way more guides, Vitor, Pedro Brantes, good evening guys. We have here so many more people who I am pretty sure they agree with me. Many times we feel that our beloved visitors, they don't take the best they would take if they would been very well advised. And when I say well advised, we need to take into account each personality, right? So even today, in the past few days, I've been talking with people in groups of people here and there. Most of the tours they've been awesome because we can adjust. Most of us we can adjust, but many times people they come to us and like I'm gonna give you an example. Like they start saying, you know, Gabriel, my cousin, she been here last year. She stay. In Carvoeiro or in Albufeira or in Lagos, and then they went to walk the seven Nanging valleys, and then they went for a boat trip. In the meantime, in the afternoon, they visit Tavira and Faro. I mean, as soon as people they start talking, many times we see the picture. Well, so you would need 2 days to do that or three, right? Oh
Hmm.
no, she was able to see this in 1 day. And then I asked, "Are you sure?" Maybe she went there, she took a photo, turned around, and she went back to their hotels, right? So many times we see this, and this keep popping up in all this realm of Facebook groups. What is the best way to go from Porto to Lisbon? We want to see things on the way. We want to learn something. Take the train. This is not a good advice. I mean,
Hmm.
it's an advice. It is an advice, but this don't take into account what people they really want. Not everyone, not everyone is on a budget. Like I today I commented. Not everyone is trying to save money while they are on vacation. Some people they really want the lobster. They don't want the the fast food burger in a simply joint. They want to enjoy the best. They want to meet locals. They want to go off the beaten path. They want to go to this very nice restaurant. They want to see things that are away from the very popular spots. And we keep seeing this all time. So once in a while, although we understand that most people, I'm going to repeat, they want to give their best. But I mean, if I'm not a doctor, I can tell you, okay, take an aspirin if you're struggling with a headache. But this is what I can say. It does mean I'm a doctor or I'm an expert on the medicine field. So we need to be aware that many times what we see written on Facebook and even influencers, they write this, it's based of a very limited knowledge, or at least it's written from people, or these advices, these tips, they come from people who actually they lack of knowledge a lot. I mean, they really don't know many times what they're talking about, because sometimes we see programs and itineraries that doesn't make sense. How can we help people with this? Well, we've been spending our time many times for free, just like we are doing here, and we share tips, and many times we call someone, okay, watch out, maybe this is not feasible. And in the end, sometimes people they take it wrong, just like we are just criticizing. It's not. We just see it with open eyes. We know exactly what is going to happen if someone wants to check three, four, five spots in the same day. they're gonna feel exhausted. They're not gonna enjoy each place. For instance, today I had a beautiful group of people, and we spent the whole day just exploring Lagos. I mean, I can many times I do this in just 2 3 hours. I can show the highlights of Lagos, right? Ponte de Piedade, the old town, Praia de Batata, the historical places, the castle, the fortress, whatever. But they spend more time. They walk down to the beach. They walk down to Ponte de Piedade. They walk around the old town. They just went for some shops. So they really enjoy, but they spend the whole tour there, the whole day there, right? So I think people, we should be aware. That's why we are here. This is the advice we give to people. If you don't, I mean, if you're not keen to invest in some local travel agents, travel advisors, local or tour guides, at least be aware about the advices, tips, and suggestions you are getting. Some of those, they are even biased. They are driven by agendas. This happens not just in the travel industry. This happens everywhere. You know, if you go on YouTube and you look for some personal trainers, you're going to see people saying that A is better than B and vice versa. And then it's like a big noise and you don't understand and you don't get the best for you. So this is just my starting point. I think we all should be aware that we need to get the tips, suggestions, advices from really seasoned local agents or people, travelers, could be travelers too, because so many travelers, they really know what they're talking about. So just don't follow the hype, just don't follow the trend, just don't follow that beautiful spot that keep popping up, because Portugal goes way beyond that. Even today, I share with my guests. I totally understand what you want to see, because you want to see the highlights. When people they come to me and they talk about Benegil, Lagos, Ferragudo, Tavira, or Salema, I know they were reading Rick Steves' books. Okay, I know that.
Mhm.
And then I
Mhm.
say, okay, those are nice, but there's way more beyond that. Okay, so if you allowed me to help, I can show you other spots what equally beautiful without the crowds. For instance, Camilo Beach today it was overrun by tourists. I mean, it's like going to the center of to the old town of Porto Lisbon. It was overwhelming. Still fine, still fine. Well, I have many other places, many other beaches, many other cliffs where can take people and they can enjoy away from the crowds. So, guys, this is just my 2 cents for start. And well, I think I'm gonna throw the ball to, I don't know, one of you. Just,
Okay,
just,
one of
just go
you.
ahead. Yeah,
Okay,
just who
Okay,
cares?
Serge,
You are you
you want to pick it up, or I
you
keep going
sure.
from here?
No, I can pick
you
it
are
up.
both you are both great. You are both
Okay,
great.
And
Sergio,
So go
go
ahead.
ahead. But
I will
then
probably
I'll get into something that Gabriel just mentioned. But go ahead, Sergio.
hmm. Yeah, I'll probably just pick it up over here, and because I'm looking at the side over here and I have a meatloaf that is waiting for me getting cold, and so
Okay,
I'm
yeah,
just
go
going to
for
be a
it.
little bit fast on this and just going across a couple of the bullet
Yes,
points.
go ahead, man. Go
So,
ahead.
Uh, number one, it's what you said, and this is something that I've always been advocating. When people come to us with a preset itinerary, most of the time the feedback that we give is, okay, you already have made up your mind if that's what you want to do. Okay, let's roll with it. Just be aware of some logistical constraints that sometimes might happen. But when people come to us as a clean slate and they don't know exactly what they want to see, what they want to do, first question that we always ask is, what are you interested in? And this is the starting point. This is something that I've been telling for years now. The travel is a very personal experience. Don't go by other person's to-do list or whatnot, and don't feel bad about wanting to skip some of the popular places, because if they don't mean anything to you, you're basically wasting time. You're basically wasting your money by going to the locations that someone else told you that you should be seeing, that you should be there, and it's not going to mean a whole lot to you. Um,
True.
Today, well, I stepped out a little bit of my comfort zone in trying a little bit of helping some customers with their trip, and they actually booked me for several days. And even though my specialty is actually wine tourism and focusing on the wine regions and whatnot. Today, I did something that is a little bit more cultural. I have done this before in Porto. I did walking tours in Porto. Today, I did one in Braga. And I was really upfront with the customers. I told them, this is actually my first time in a very long time doing a tour over here in Braga. And I actually told them the amount of time that I spent on the research and visiting the locations beforehand, making sure that everything was okay, double checking the schedules and whatnot, it actually is going to surpass immensely the amount of time that we will be spending in Braga today. And so it's something that people don't realize. 1 hour of
Hmm.
tour, sometimes it equates 5, 6 hours of worth of research.
Hmm.
And it's one of those things that sometimes people, they're like, well, then why are you charging me this much? And I told him, look, it's just not just about the time that I spend with you. It's all the preparation time. It's all the logistics. It's all the back office. And it even includes some scouting trips to make sure that everything is okay, that when we go there, you're not going to see a lost tour guide who is also going to be a
Hmm.
tourist with you. And so this is really invaluable. So, sure, with certain practice and whatnot, and if you look, if you want to analyze the economics of this, you can dilute it over several tours. But when when you are doing something, and I told him right away today, well, we're doing a tour on Monday, so we are not going to be able to see this because it's a monument that is closed on Mondays, and we're also not going to be able to see that because it's a place that is also closed on Mondays for renovations for the weekly cleanup, basically. And
Hmm.
other than that, well, we knew that those places were closed. I was able to show them from the outside, but unfortunately, they were not visitable on Mondays. And so this actually saved us quite a bit of time and allowed me to have a different approach to touring the city. So it was Braga. We did a Bom Jesus. We went to a restaurant in Braga as well. And then afterwards, well, it was a very packed day, I can tell you that because we basically did Braga plus a Vinho Verde wine tour. And I went to drop them off at the Douro Valley. And I only got back home just in time to put my son to sleep, basically. So I still have my meatloaf over here looking at me like he's like, eat me, eat me. And so that's basically it. So yeah, travel. And this is the number one advice that I give people. Do not assume anything. What might be good for some people and
Mhm.
might not be as good for you, and a little change in a popular location might make all of the difference. Because, well, at the Douro Valley, I'm going to give you a very simple example. At the Douro Valley, if you don't like Porto wine, okay, let's change it up a little bit. The customers that I'll be hosting in 2 days, they're not huge Porto wine fans, and so for that reason, I actually have a tour where we're not going to even touch upon Porto wine. And so it's different. It's the same location. It's still Douro Valley, but it's a completely different experience because they are not into Porto wine. So let's do that instead. And I'm sure you guys have plenty of other good options, good answers in your areas as well. And I know that we are all like-minded and we like to make the best for everyone. But I have seen over on some groups as well saying that, oh, it's not a customized tour and whatnot, because if your guide is saying is telling you that you're going to this, and this location, well, it's not going to be a private tour. It's not going to be a customized tour. Well, if the persons don't know what they exactly want, what they want to approach, we have structures, we have tour structures that actually encompass as much as possible so that people feel that they're getting value for their money and so they get a more comprehensive experience. And then you see other, well, those so-called influencers promoting guides that do customized tours, and those guys, well, they basically knock on the same doors every time that they're at their locations.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's why sometimes we actually even run into each other at certain locations, and sometimes other people are a little bit surprised, like, "Well, I haven't seen you over here for in a while," and yeah, you haven't seen me in a while because I've started to do more custom tours. That's the reason why we're not bumping into each other that frequently anymore. So yeah, it's basically when we have this opportunity to do something truly customized, truly genuine and authentic, and I've been pushing a little bit more, and it's why I'm going to have, well, like the Douro Valley people say, 9 months of winter and 3 months of hell. I'm basically going to have my 2 weeks of hell starting today. and it's going to extend into late next week. So I'm gonna see how that is going to fare, because on Saturday I'll be down with Gabriel in the Algarve, really close by, and then 3 days later I'm gonna be down there again. So
Yeah.
somewhat looking forward to it, but at the same time a little bit afraid of all of the effort that it entails. And so
Yep.
for that reason,
Yeah.
that's why we are not cookie cutter tour guides and tour operators. We are one-man shows, and we really take pride in distinguish ourselves through the quality of the experiences that we offer.
Hmm.
And that's why we have all of these plethora of alternatives. We do our research, we do our homework, because we don't have someone in the back office that basically is typing a
Yeah.
script that is going to be one size fits all, and this is going to be your tour of Braga, this is going to be your tour of Guimarães, this is going to be your Douro Valley tour, and that's it. So, yeah, let us help you. Help us help you when you're traveling. So tell us
Yeah.
what's important for you, and we will create something that is really memorable. And even if it involves quite a bit more research from our end, we're very happy to do it, because that is
Yeah.
also very enriching for us.
Exactly.
So these are my 2 cents that I had to share. I still have, again, the meatloaf over here is waiting for me.
Okay.
And
There.
then I also have to make sure that I get things ready for tomorrow as well. And I
Yeah.
still have to help with the house because, well, a baby doesn't take care of himself.
Yeah.
And the house doesn't take care of itself,
Yeah.
even though
Yeah.
I do have a wife that does
Well,
a fantastic job.
it was great for you to show up today.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
wasn't
Yeah,
expected, so we appreciate very much. And
yeah,
just go ahead, bon appetit, take a rest, and let's keep moving forward.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Thank you.
finish
So,
here with Lionel. Bon
Thank you,
appetit.
okay.
Sergey, for joining.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye,
I
See
Sergey.
you
had
next week,
Bye
I
guys.
bye.
had
Thank you.
started
Yeah.
really
See you next.
mentioning. I didn't know if you would make it, but thank you for joining
Yep.
because
Yeah.
Surprise, surprise.
well you gave some very important insights over here. Okay.
Okay. I'll be listening to
Amazing,
the
Well,
rest of
amazing.
the chat, but I'll be out and having my dinner right now. So
okay.
enjoy it, guys, and see you
Okay.
next week.
Bye bye,
Thank
guys.
you.
Thank
See you
you.
next week.
Well, I'm picking up from here, and first of all, I was laughing a little bit earlier when you were talking, Gabriel, because I saw the comment of Vitor. And well, we've been kind of crossing paths a few times on the recent days. So of course we've been chatting a little bit. But as we know each other for a long time, um, we have some we have some very similar approaches into the way we do tours and such. And I remember to be commenting with Vitor the other day about something very particular that I'm gonna pick up just in a minute. I just want to finish the comment about a guy that did a Sintra monument 6 days or 6 monuments in one day. And yes, I'm quite tired today, sorry. But 6 monuments in one day. I did it in Sintra, and I just wanted to make a point about that. I know how to do 6 monuments in one day in Sintra. It is doable, 6 monuments in one day in Sintra. No one is going to enjoy to do 6 monuments in one day in Sintra, but it is possible, and I did it, and I made a point. And at the end of my video, I just told everybody who watches the video, don't try to do it because you're not going to like it, and you're just going to feel lost. And that is one of the problems that I see more and more people lost, totally lost. Okay. Today I saw a couple in the rental car, totally desperate, right next to Igreja de Santiago, St. James Church in Óbidos, trying to get out of there. And for those that know the area, they even know that the hotel now has a golf cart to transport guests and luggage in and out of the town. Well, there was a couple in a rental car, totally desperate, trying to get out of there. Why? They decided to do DIY, okay, DIY. They decided to rent a car, and they decided, okay, we'll rent a car and we'll go to Óbidos. The problem is they didn't assess that getting into the town will put them in trouble. And this is happening more and more, okay?
Mm-hmm.
It seems like there is a quite generalized feel of people that the tour guides are here just to take their money, and in fact, I've been having some arguments about that with some
Mm-hmm.
potential customers. Sorry, sometimes I need to really push things a little bit hard, but I feel a little bit disrespectful when people go a little bit that way. We are here to help, and we are here. And as I mentioned, I left home before 7 a.m. It's nearly 10 p.m., and I'm not at home yet. We are here putting a lot of effort. We are here putting our passion and our knowledge for people to have a great experience. So it's quite hard sometimes to feel that people do not trust what we tell them, and pretty much they think that no, they are the ones who know everything because someone told them this or that. Well, sorry to
Hmm.
say, a visit of one person to one monument doesn't entitle that person to speak about that monument to advise any others,
Hmm.
because we've been here for years, and even sometimes for us, we are learning new stuff every
Yeah.
day about a certain place. Okay, and I see that more and more people come over here trying to do
Yeah.
everything by themselves. They ruin their experience, they ruin their vacation because they don't know what they're missing. Like you mentioned earlier, Gabriel, the take the train advice, that is the most ridiculous advice that someone can give to someone that just asks, okay, do we have someone doing the drive from A to B?
Hmm.
If the person asks about someone doing the drive, it's probably because the person doesn't want to take the train. Probably the person
And why,
already
Lina,
assessed that.
and why
So
people they say take the train? Because it's
because
cheap,
because no, but
but it's
the
only
problem is
it.
I wrote an article about that, and sorry to interrupt you. Okay, I wrote an article about that. Exactly, people do not calculate how much cheap things are going to cost them. Okay,
Yeah, yeah,
because they
exactly.
are trying to save money. They are just wasting money because they are wasting time. And the key word for traveling, for travel planning, is optimize, optimize, optimize. Okay, and
Exactly, exactly.
this is a big issue. But then we have even worse. Sorry, the van just well switched off, but we are on still. We have something even worse, and now I'm going to touch here some very, very sensitive subject. And this might feel that I'm on a bad mood, but no, I had a great day. I had an amazing day today. But sometimes we really need to pinch where it hurts. It's getting more and more common to have people to book a tour for 4 or 6, but they are just two, and then on their group of neighbors, and I know that it's very common to have these community groups like neighbors groups, WhatsApp, Facebook groups, whatever, they start recruiting someone to go with them. Or even worse, they might advertise that to kind of resell that tour. And that even happened to me a few years ago with a travel agent. Okay, booked the tour with me, but then was kind of reselling the tour. Who wants to join this
Yeah,
tour?
yeah.
And they posted information online. And sorry to say, but whoever is doing that in many cases is just taking advantage of the persons that they are recruiting. Because imagine
Yeah.
this, you book a tour for 500 euros for 4 persons. Okay, but then you're gonna find someone. Then you say, "Oh yeah, the 2 people you're gonna pay 350." So pretty much they are scamming those people that they are recruiting, and this happens more than often because um, we are getting in fact more and more people getting that, doing that, and then we feel that when we are on the tour. Okay, I get sometimes people that they barely know each other. They enter the car, they don't talk with each other. Okay, there is no connection. And sometimes we feel, okay, this is a group tour that someone organized, but they don't have
Hmm.
any affinity with them.
Yeah.
And pretty much what they're doing, they are kind of, well, taking advantage of the people that they kind of recruited to come to them to get a cheaper tour. Okay,
Hmm.
sorry to say, when the guide feels that the group is not connecting, when the guide feels that the group has no, well, empathy, okay, the guide will deliver less because the guide, it's not the facilitator of the group. The guide makes the best possible, but the group also needs to help. Okay, and the group also needs to, well, get along with each other. If you have people that don't get along with each other, how can well, a tour guide provide the best experience? Okay, it's like when you ask someone a question and they just wave yes or no. Okay, and you are expecting that, okay, they will tell you, okay, what you like, what you don't like, what
Yeah.
well, let's do this, let's do that, and they cannot take a decision. They cannot take make a
Yeah.
point, or there's no interaction with them. The guide will end
Hmm.
up delivering, just the minimal basics, okay?
Yeah,
Because
definitely.
there is no empathy, there is no connection. And this,
Hmm.
when this kind of trust connection gets lost, it's terrible for everybody. So in fact,
Hmm.
the people that try to recruit someone to get with them are getting, uh, I would not say a worse experience, but I would say a weaker experience because
Hmm.
pretty much
Hmm.
they are not getting along. Okay, and
Hmm.
this is a thing that we are noticing more and more. People are trying to travel by saving money by tagging along someone to come with them, but then at the end everybody loses, and
Exactly. Yeah.
it's sad to see that things are going that way. And of course, we as tour guides sometimes we feel that things are going that way, and it wouldn't be the first time that I would tell someone I'm sorry, but I'm not going to do that tour. What you were asking me, or the way the things are being,
Yes.
the way the things are flowing, I'm sorry because no one is going to enjoy the experience.
Yeah.
And this really
Exactly. Yeah.
shows one thing. We, of course, we have our businesses and we are business owners, but we, in fact, are very passionate for what we do. That's why we commit so hard. And we, at the end of the day, we need to have a great experience as well. So
Hmm.
if people don't trust what we tell them, but they also make some moves that will really easily break our trust on them, well, don't expect much, okay? Because in fact, this is a deal, this is a business, but more
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
ever, people need to trust each other. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, we see this more and more. And then on travel groups, we see a lot of people entitled as advisors for this or for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Once again, take the train, because not everybody is traveling on a budget, and some people
Hmm.
really want to have a nice experience. And when they really
Yeah.
understand the value of the experience that they are
Yeah.
getting, okay, they sometimes tell us, this is way beyond what I was expecting. This is even better what I was expecting.
Exactly. Yeah.
And that's really, at the end of the day, what we really like to hear. It's the
Yeah.
gratitude of people that had such experience with us. Okay, sorry if I extended a lot,
No, no problem.
but it's
You
pretty
are
much
you are
what I
the
wanted
you
to
are
leave
the
over
one
here.
you are the one on the road, so no problem. I understand because we feel excited.
Yeah, exactly,
we,
exactly.
we
So,
we feel excited, and then we want to share because this really touches. And well, just to finish, you mentioned great points, but we can't change what is going on this Facebook, whatever, because it's a big wave. But once in a while, we stand up for us, for people like us, for people who are genuine and really like to help people. We never hide that we run a business. It's a legit business, and I don't see any problem of visitors going to a country, a host country, and help also local people instead of just trying to, you know, use the public transportation because it's cheap. It's
mhm.
not that cheap because the whole people in Portugal, the taxpayers, they are supporting that public
Yes,
train.
exactly.
I
Yeah.
mean, I'm not going to say, oh, don't use the train. No, it's not that. But we understand when people, I used the train in Paris 3 weeks ago. It's not a big problem. But we need to be aware that we just can't travel to destinations and just using the local resources because this not going to last in the long term. Tourism is an industry. Tourism
Mhm.
is a business. It's not charity. I can't feel entitled to go to Paris or to Rome or to the US or whatever, thinking that I can just pay what locals there they pay. I don't think this is, I mean, I don't do that because I have ethics, I have values and principles. Of course, I'm not rich, I'm not going to spend like hell, but I'm also aware that I should support locals whenever I can. I gave tips in Paris. I had very good chats with guys working there. Most of them, they were also immigrants, and I make them feel good. So I engage with them. Okay, this is part of me too. I have this background in sales and as a tour guide, and I like to chat with people. I love to meet people, Even this morning, usually in the early morning, I feel excited because for me, meeting new people, I mean, it's a must. I love to meet new people. But sometimes we have to stand for what is truth, for the good, real advices. Like you said, and I heard this quite often from guests who hire us. Gabriel, vacation minutes. How does it cost? I came from Seattle. I
Yeah.
spent hours. I spent thousands of dollars or euros. And now what? Now I'm going to try to save money by not hiring a guide and hiring a rent a car? What if I get a scratch? How many hours I'm going to waste looking for places to visit? Should I park here? Should I park there? Maybe I'm going to get some problem. I mean, many
Well,
times at
uh,
the end of
sorry,
their
sorry to interrupt you. Sorry to interrupt you. I was at Nazaré today. Okay, I was well just sitting, and I heard a couple on my side. Oh yes, okay. Put the GPS for the lighthouse of Nazaré, so we'll pick up the car and get there. Well, sorry to say, you don't have access to the lighthouse of Nazaré, and
eh,
even do not try to park near the Ferris wheel over there on the top because probably you're not going to find any parking spot. So
yeah,
go
yeah,
to the bullfight arena, park on the left of the bullfight arena, and walk. Okay. And this was
yeah,
just me sitting in the bench on the street and hearing this couple, Brazilian couple, right on my side, having the
yeah.
conversation. And they were totally lost, but they were, yeah, the
Yes.
lighthouse of Nazareth over there. Put it on the GPS. You know what happens? They enter the street the wrong way, okay, and even the other day I saw someone, well, in Lisbon. He didn't have an accident because he entered the street the wrong way. He didn't have an accident for luck, but people follow the GPS blindly,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
because the GPS tells go there, but then it
yeah,
ends up costing them a lot of
yeah,
money.
yeah, yeah,
They are well breaking traffic rules. Sorry, over here, let me see if
yeah,
this
yeah,
powers up. But okay, we are mostly finished. They
yeah,
they break
yeah.
traffic rules, okay, and then they end up getting a fine, getting a scratch, getting
Yeah.
frustrated because they tried to save money, okay,
But
and that is
usually,
happening more and more and more.
but usually these kind of happenings, people they don't share online, because
No,
people they
no,
feel embarrassed.
because
But
it's
we see this
embarrassing.
happening. We've even today. I park by Ponta de Piedade. Everyone knows there's a big hype around Camilo, Ponta de Piedade, the beautiful spots. The parking are very narrow, very tight, and there's always someone driving on the wrong way. There are people parking right next to the buses. 3 weeks ago, one guy hit the bus. Then there was a big argument. The bus driver, a lady, she was telling you shouldn't park here, and the guy was saying, oh, but you saw I was trying to go, what why don't you facilitate it? I can't facilitate it. I'm working, I'm following a schedule. So
Exactly.
these things happens a lot, but people they don't share this online,
Mm-hmm.
because people they don't want to feel like, oh, I've done some mistakes. This is human, right? We tend to hide our fails, and we tend to hide what we do well. Just like here, Lionel, just to finish. So Kelly, Heidi, thank you very much
Mm-hmm.
for comment.
Yeah, yeah,
Humans sometimes overestimate their confidence in situations. This
yeah.
is known as the Dunning-Kruger effect. The less we know, the more experts we think we are. And we ended up many times committing big mistakes. And sometimes we really believe we are helping someone and we are misleading people. We are actually harming people just because we think I went to, I don't know, I went to a cathedral in Paris. Now I forgot the name, the very popular one, Notre Dame. I went to Notre Dame, and now I come to Portugal, and I'm going to tell people, go here, go there, because Notre Dame is decent. I don't know nothing about Notre Dame, so I'm not gonna. I'm gonna not fake, or I'm not gonna try to make up that I'm an advisor on Paris. I've been there, I know the place, but I'm not an advisor. And sorry, guys, because sometimes this sounds like we are just, no, this is true. We've been seeing so many people misleading others that sometimes we need to stand up for this. And
Mm-hmm.
well, thank you very much for your participation. I see here a few more. Yeah, trains don't go everywhere, true. Again, oh, the waves of Okay,
Well,
sharing is caring. Well,
I was in Nazaré. The waves were pretty much regular, no big waves, nothing, special over there. Just a little bit windy, as normal for late
yeah,
September.
yeah,
But pretty
yeah.
much nothing special. In fact, I drove to the fort because I have the permits to access the area of the fort. But pretty much no big waves. The
Yeah.
sun was shining, was beautiful over there. Got a few pictures. They have a few pictures on my phone,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that was it. So pretty much, was a great
yeah.
journey today. But
And
yes, it's 10 past 10 p.m. and I still have like half hour to drive back home.
okay.
And then get the van ready for tomorrow and getting everything ready for tomorrow for another amazing tour. So pretty much,
I got it. So it's time to say goodbye. We had a
yeah.
wonderful chat, guys. Lionel,
Thank you very much
Sergio.
for watching, and
Thank you very much.
we'll be back next week.
Bye bye, guys. Bye bye, everyone. Have a
Thank
great
you.
week ahead. Safe travels.
Thank you. Bye.
Ciao, ciao, ciao.